LeBron James drops a measured bomb on Luka Doncic's final shot. Basketball and hoop, you won't believe what he really meant.
The fact is with Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves on the court, you don't scare anybody.
Honestly, that statement is starting to make more sense now. When one of your best shooters passes up a potential game-winning shot in the final seconds, you know something's off. Maybe it's frustration, or maybe it's something LeBron said. Either way, the locker room is getting tense. Here's what happened. On February 24th, 2026, the Lakers played the Orlando Magic. The Lakers were 34-22 and fighting for playoff positioning. They led by 12 at halftime, but the Magic came back. Wendell Carter Jr. made a putback to give Orlando a 110-109 lead with 6.7 seconds left. The Lakers called a timeout. Coach J.J. Redick drew up a play. LeBron James would inbound, and Luka Doncic would get the pass and shoot. LeBron threw the ball in. Luka caught it on the left wing. He was open with a clear look at the three-point line, but he didn't shoot. He dribbled once. Then defenders Paolo Banchero and Anthony Black rushed him. Luka passed back to LeBron, who was now covered and off balance on the right wing. LeBron took a 27-foot fadeaway. It missed. The buzzer sounded. Lakers lost. After the game, reporters asked Luka what he saw on that final play.
I knew I was open, but I just thought I was a little bit far. Try to take one dribble closer.
Luka took one dribble closer. That one dribble is what turned an open shot into a double team. He caught the ball clean, had open space, and still didn't take the shot.
Probably shouldn't picked up the ball, just try to attack.
He admitted the mistake, saying he should have driven to the rim instead of stopping his dribble. But reporters asked a deeper question. That night, Luka shot 8 of 24 from the field and 2 of 10 from 3. Was his hesitation about the distance, or was it about confidence?
Oh, maybe a little bit, but I thought it was enough time. It was about 7 seconds.
He admitted that his cold shooting that night may have affected his decision. He said there were about 7 seconds left, and he thought that was enough time to get a better shot. He was right about the time, but wrong about what it cost him. By the time he dribbled once and then stopped, the defense had rotated, leaving him no choice but to pass to a covered LeBron James.
I thought we had a good opportunity. Luka came off clean, and I think he, felt off balance.
That was LeBron's first answer, calm and neutral. He said they had a good opportunity and that Luka came off clean. That part mattered. LeBron confirmed the screen worked and Luka was open. Then came the statement that sparked every headline, debate, and YouTube thumbnail for the next 48 hours.
I'm not sure. I mean, obviously you have to ask Luka what he saw on that, but I thought he had a good look.
LeBron said, you have to ask Luka what he saw. That one sentence said it all. He didn't say Luka made the wrong choice. He put the responsibility on Luka, leaving the decision and the explanation on Luka's shoulders.
And it looked like he kind of just lost his balance, didn't have a rhythm with the ball, whatever the case may be.
LeBron offered an explanation. Lost his balance, didn't have rhythm. Each phrase was calm, not angry, not accusing, just detached, describing what he saw from 10 feet away. Then he closed his answer. I thought he had a great look. He said it twice, once earlier, once here. He believed Luka should have taken the shot. He didn't say it outright, but everyone in the room, and every camera, got the message. Media outlets picked it up immediately. Heavy.com called it a blunt message. Yahoo Sports accused LeBron of disrespecting Doncic. Bleacher Report broke down both players' post-game statements side by side. On social media, some said LeBron threw Luka under the bus. Others argued Luka forced LeBron into a tough, off-balance 27-footer. Skip Bayless slammed Luka's explanation and the entire final sequence. Coach J.J. Redick confirmed the play was drawn up correctly.
We obviously, ran a play for him to get a look. I felt like we had a decent shot.
The play was designed for Luka. The shot was for Luka. Luka didn't take it, and LeBron, in the calmest way possible, told reporters and viewers that the look was there. The game itself told a bigger story. The Lakers led by 12 at halftime, controlling the tempo and hitting shots, looking like the team that had gone 7-2 right after the Doncic trade a year earlier. But the second half fell apart. Orlando chipped away, the lead shrank, and by the final minutes, the Lakers were barely holding on to a game they had controlled for most of 3 quarters. This was the first time all season the Lakers lost a game they had led.by the end of the game. Luka had 24 points on 8 of 24 shooting. LeBron had 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists on a much more efficient night. That contrast tells the story. LeBron played within the flow, while Luka forced shots that didn't fall, piling up misses that hurt his confidence in the final seconds. By the time the inbounds pass came to him, Luka was carrying a 33% shooting night, 20% from 3, and the weight of a game the Lakers should have won without needing a buzzer beater. LeBron's post-game words hit hard not because of what he said. They were measured and careful, but because of the context. Questions about how these two coexist have been around since Doncic arrived in February 2025, in the trade that sent Anthony Davis to Dallas. LeBron had handled it gracefully, calling Doncic his favorite player and saying after a January 2026 win over the Mavericks that this is Luka's team and everyone is rallying around him. He even compared their connection to football, telling CBS Sports that Luka is a natural-born quarterback and is a natural-born wide receiver. LeBron had always used language that showed deference, positioning himself as the supporting piece, the off-ball cutter, the veteran who didn't need to dominate the ball. But in the press room after a 1-point loss, the quarterback didn't throw, and the receiver was left scrambling. LeBron's explanation? I thought I was a little bit far. That came in a room full of people who had just seen him catch the ball wide open from 24 feet. Was this a huge announcement? No, it was just a post-game press conference, but the subtext mattered because of everything going on around this team. This loss didn't happen in isolation. It came in the middle of a homestand where the Lakers went 4-4, with questions about the fit between their 3 best players reaching a boiling point. Weeks earlier, LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, had dropped a bomb on a podcast that shook the locker room. The real backstage fight wasn't in a hallway. It happened on microphones, on podcasts, and courtside at Lakers games. 6 weeks before the Magic loss, on January 12, 2026, Rich Paul appeared on his podcast Game Over with Max Kellerman and Rich Paul and laid out a trade proposal that detonated inside the Lakers organization. Paul, who runs Clutch Sports and has represented LeBron for his entire post-Cleveland career, turned a broad discussion about NBA roster building into something personal and explosive. Around the 36-minute mark, he focused on the Lakers roster and made a recommendation that was specific and impossible to ignore.
Rich Paul brought up the idea, quote, if I was the Lakers, I would probably be targeting the Memphis Grizzlies as a trade partner for Jaren Jackson Jr.
That was the proposal. Trade Austin Reeves to Memphis for Jaren Jackson Jr. Paul's reasoning was strategic. He built it around Luka Doncic's timeline and the Lakers' weak defense in the front court. Jackson is 26, just like Doncic, and won Defensive Player of the Year in 2022-23. He blocks shots at a rate that can transform a team's defense. He can also stretch the floor with 3-point shooting, even if it's inconsistent. Paul argued that if the Lakers are building a franchise around Doncic for the next 5 years, they need a defensive anchor who fits that window, not another player who duplicates Luka's offensive style.
There's a world where you can do what's best for your team and do what's best for Austin because Austin deserves to get paid right now.
Paul framed the trade as a favor to Austin Reeves, a chance for him to become the lead scorer, the franchise guard, and earn the max contract Memphis could offer. On paper, it made sense. Reeves is on a 4-year, $53.8 million deal and could get a 5-year extension worth up to $241 million in summer 2026. The Lakers would have to decide whether to pay that price for a player whose skills overlap with their stars or redirect resources to someone else entirely. The reaction inside the Lakers organization was immediate and harsh. Jovan Buha reported that team personnel were upset not just at the trade idea, but at the audacity of an agent publicly dissecting another team's player on a podcast distributed by Netflix and The Ringer. Front Office Sports quoted a Lakers executive calling Paul's comments insane and effed up. Media outlets even speculated about tampering. Neither Reeves nor Jaren Jackson is Paul's client, Yet he was publicly proposing trades involving another agent's player. The situation escalated courtside the next day. On January 13th, at the Lakers-Hawks game, Austin Reeves' agent, Reggie Berry, approached Rich Paul near half-court during the first half. Cameras, fans, and league staff watched. Initial reports called it heated, but Paul later said it was a 5-minute conversation between two longtime friends and described it as amicable. Still, the optics were bad. Two agents discussing a player on live television while that player sat on the bench behind them. This was the backstage fight behind every sensational headline and YouTube thumbnail. Not a hallway ambush, not a secret dispute, just a clash of professional interests in full view under arena lights. When asked about Paul's comments after the Hawks game, LeBron gave a carefully worded response, measured, neutral, and delivered with 22 years of media training.